Like their far-off cousin, the hybridized Prius hatchback, the 2023 RAV4 Crossbreed and module Mixture RAV4 Prime expect to carry amazing eco-friendliness to the smaller SUV section. Also, they succeed. However, their electric powertrains accompany different advantages as well, explicitly better execution. For a certain something, both are faster than the non-hybrid RAV4, particularly the great model which, incredibly, is equipped for surpassing a 4-chamber Supra sports vehicle to 60 miles per hour. Really awful the RAV4 crossover's dealing with isn't sports vehicle sharp, a remarkable opposite, truly, as its wary street habits aren't probably going to fulfill drivers who esteem physicality in their day-to-day ride. For the people who need somewhat more association in the driving experience, recollect that, we're talking standard SUVs here, not sport cars. There's the Honda CR-V, Hyundai Tucson, and Kia Sportage. Every one of them offer mixture models also. In any case, the RAV4 Mixture is a gorgeous, down-to-earth, and agreeable little hybrid that is thrifty at the service station, which is all that anyone could need for a SUV-cherishing American to feel better about. Another crude forest version of the RAV4 Crossbreed joins the arrangement for 2023. Alongside off-road tires, the Forest Release sports a TRD suspension unit, bronze-shaded wheels, a rooftop rack, mud folds, dark outside badging, and an extraordinary arrangement of the entire season floor mats brandishing the Forest version logo. Outside tones are restricted to dark, blue, and white. All models currently accompany Toyota's cutting-edge infotainment interface, a welcome redesign over the Active One, which incorporates standard remote Apple CarPlay and Android Auto as well as over-the-air update capacity. In the event that you can meet all requirements for the $7,500 electric vehicle tax break, the RAV4 Prime is an easy decision, as the public authority's monetary motivation brings down its cost considerably, and you get a RAV4 with additional power and a huge electric just driving reach. Of the two Prime models, the XSE is loaded with additional standard highlights, including 19-inch wheels, a sunroof, and an infotainment framework with a bigger 10.5-inch show. On the off chance that you don't meet all requirements for the tax break, we'd suggest the XLE crossover, which offers more standard gear than the base low without experiencing a lot of an increase in cost. Purchasers of the XLE will appreciate comforts, for example, inactive keyless section, a power movable driver's seat, drove projector headlamps with programmed high shafts, warmed outside mirrors, vulnerable side observing, and front haze lights. The RAV4 Mixture is fueled by a 2.5-litre 4-chamber motor that is helped by two electric engines for a joint result of 219 drive. All-wheel drive is standard, one of the electric engines controls the back tires and the subsequent engine and the fuel motor drive the fronts, similar to a constantly factor-programmed transmission. Not exclusively is the RAV4 Half and Half more proficient than the unelectrified model, but at the same time it's faster. The Forest Release model we tried snapped off a 7.3 seconds 60 mph time in our grasp, while the Gas Just model required 8.0 seconds to play out a similar errand. Drivers will feel that kick, as well, especially in and out of town, where the electric engine's gratifyingly quick power conveyance gives it an additional push while taking off from a stop. Assuming you need significantly more execution, the excellent model is glad to oblige. In our testing, the RAV4 Prime jumped to 60 miles per hour in 5.6 seconds. Like the standard RAV4, the Mixture and Prime models dealing with is skillful and its ride agreeable, however don't anticipate any cornering heroics here. The module Half and Half RAV4 Prime stores its electrons in a 18.1 kWh battery pack, and the EPA rates its electric just traveling range at 42 miles. In our testing, we figured out how to travel for 32 miles on power alone, yet that was on the throughway. We would anticipate a more drawn-out driving reach in the city. A 3.3 kWh installed charger is standard and a 6.6 kWh charger is discretionary on the Prime XSE. It diminishes charging time to simply 2.5 hours on a 240-volt outlet. If by some stroke of good luck a 120-volt outlet is accessible, expect charging times to be around 12 hours. When contrasted with an internal combustion all-wheel drive RAV4, the Mixture model is undeniably more effective. The EPA gauges it'll accomplish 41 miles per gallon city, 38 miles per gallon interstate, and 40 miles per gallon consolidated, beating the customary RAV4 by 14 miles per gallon, 5 miles per gallon, and 11 miles per gallon, separately. At the point when we tried the RAV4 Crossbreed on our 200-mile parkway efficiency course, it conveyed 37 miles per gallon, 1 mile per gallon, not exactly its EPA rating. The rough-looking Forest Release model oversaw just 32 miles per gallon. The Prime procures an EPA consolidated rating of 94 mph, and it conveyed 73 mph during our interstate efficiency test. The RAV4 Half breed's lodge is very much fabricated and well-equipped, however focuses on reasonableness over style. With plenty of cubbies and receptacles to browse, you'll have adequate space to stash little freight, and the buttons and controls are all simple to find and work. Toyota tosses in a lot of comforts at the base level, for example, double-zone programmed environment control, a shifting and extending guiding wheel, and a level movable misleading floor in the freight region. Going up the trim level stepping stool brings extravagance elements like warmed front and back seats, encompassing inside lighting, and overhauled fake cowhide upholstery that Toyota calls Softex. The RAV4 Half and Half offers indistinguishable freight and traveler space as the ordinary RAV4, and in our testing, we figured out how to fit 10 portable bags behind the subsequent line and 22 with the back seat collapsed. LE and XLE models accompany 8.0-inch infotainment show growing from their dashboard, while XSE, restricted, and Prime XSE models give a 10.5-inch screen. Remote Apple CarPlay and Android Auto incorporation as well as an installed Wi-Fi area of interest are standard. Most models likewise accompany a 7.0-inch computerized measure show, yet a bigger 12.3-inch one comes on restricted, and Prime XSE manages and is discretionary on the XLE Premium. Root and 11-speaker JBL sound system are accessible. If not, you'll get a 6-speaker framework. Toyota has been a forceful adopter of driver help elements and offers large numbers of them standard across the RAV4 setup. Key security highlights include standard mechanized crisis slowing down with walker identification, standard path takeoff cautioning with path keeping help, standard versatile voyage control. All RAV4s accompany a complete guarantee that matches those given by rivals Honda and Nissan. However, energized models accompany an extensive security plan for their crossover parts. A long way from the standard, Toyota's free booked support strategy extends for quite some time, or 25,000 miles. Restricted guarantee covers 3 years or 36,000 miles. Powertrain guarantee covers 5 years or 60,000 miles. Crossbreed part guarantee covers 8 years or 100,000 miles. Free support is covered for quite a long time, or 25,000 miles.